Hey guys, so I am driving the Elantra right now. As you can see, I'm on the highway. I wanted to go ahead and do a slight highway drive of this car due to the fact that I haven't done one yet. So we're going to go ahead and do the highway. So as you can see, at around 65 miles an hour, the RPMs rest around 2,000. That's actually really good for a four-cylinder. My Honda, I think at the time, at 65 it was like at 2,700, so I mean it was a little bit higher due to the 4-speed automatic. This 6-speed is pretty nice on the highway. It's I have it in eco mode, so it prevents it from downshifting. It'll still downshift if I press it hard enough, but basically the eco mode will keep it in the top gears a little bit longer, so it will require more throttle input to actually downshift. But yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty smooth ride. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that way because the road itself is actually pretty bumpy. But I'm trying to do my best here to kind of keep it steady. So yeah, as you can see, at 60 miles an hour, it's around 1,800. So like, this car definitely has a lot lower RPMs than my other car did. In regards to the actual transmission, this is something that I've noticed, is that starting in second gear, if I'm really light on the throttle, it will actually lock up the torque converter in second gear, and it will keep it engaged until it hits overdrive. Now, obviously, it's not going to stay locked up at all times, so I did a little test, and it seems that whenever I'm actually accelerating and I'm in, like, let's say fourth, it'll lock up the torque converter before shifting to fifth, or so on and so forth. So it seems like whatever gear that, like, let's say if I'm coming off of a turn, and it goes into third gear, but it doesn't quite actually make it down to second, it'll engage the torque converter, and it will actually, shift up to gear 4. So it actually isn't too bad. It's not too bad of a mechanism. I think it will help, but at the same time it's kind of interesting because like I've never had that before. But as you can see, now that I'm on a little bit of a smoother road, you can see the ride itself is pretty smooth. So yeah, I guess I can't complain. I'm doing around 67 now, and I'm just above 2,000 RPMs. So definitely this car rides nice. The road noise, I mean, it's not spectacular. You can still hear it, but it's nowhere near as bad as my Honda was. My Honda, you can hear everything. Also, the engine noise on this car is very reduced when you're on the highway. Now, do keep in mind the Hyundais were never known to have really quiet engines. A lot of times they were actually really buzzy and noisy. This one's not so much. Although I have noticed that when the car is cold, it will have a little bit of a buzzy noise when I'm actually going to accelerate. Otherwise, it does go away. So I'm not sure if that's normal. Couldn't really tell you, but I mean, the engine itself is fine, so I'm not sure exactly, how I would address that. I would obviously have to wait for something to fail. But the main complaint that I have right now is the steering wheel. Now, I know that a lot of Hyundai consumers have had issues with the steering wheel peeling. This one has actually not really had too much of a problem, but I have noticed that it does have a slight little peeled mark. So I'm not sure if maybe the dealer missed it when they got this car back from the original lease person. But that's something that I'm hoping Hyundai would replace in the near future, because I do have a warranty on this car until 100,000 miles. And I have seen that many people have gotten their steering wheels replaced, so I wanted to go ahead and see, maybe if the steering wheel does start peeling pretty badly, I'll go ahead and see if they'll replace it. But otherwise, it's not bad. I actually got a dent removed yesterday because somebody decided they wanted to hit my car at work. So they hit the back driver's side door, 2 really small dings that I noticed, and they were removed within 20 minutes. Paintless dent removal does wonders. So I really don't think I have any more dents. I may have a really small one on the passenger side door. I'm not sure if that one actually came with the car. Wasn't really paying attention. But definitely paintless dent removal is like the shit. I absolutely love it. And it actually takes a lot less time than going to a body shop and is a lot less expensive. So yeah, actually there's a few places out here in Vegas that do it, but the person that I went to, like, legit, I swear to God, that man does magic. So yeah, but as you can see, this is me driving on the highway. Unfortunately, the gas tanks on these are really small, so like, even though the car is really good on gas, it actually makes, I still fill up like kind of the same as I did in my Honda, like once every week and 2 days. Not bad, because honestly, it only takes me like 18 bucks to fill this tank up, while my Honda would have been like $38. So I mean, it's nice that I save money on gas, but it's also sucky because at the same time, it's like I am also going to the pump more often. So it does kind of suck, but I mean, it's not awful. It's not something that I'm going to complain about and cry about. I would rather have this car be under warranty, and, you know, obviously I can pay for maintenance every 15,000 miles. But, yeah, no, I definitely do like this car. It is warming up on me a little bit as I drive it more. I was really skeptical about it at first, but I'm starting to like it more. So, hopefully, this car does last me for a while. But with that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and pretty much I'm just going to go to bed. So you guys all have a good one, and I'll catch you later.